welcome Jackson. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. I feel like it's not the first one for you guys, but just when you think about what this year has looked like, being named Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, just what does that mean to you guys?
So this is my first time being at Dodger Stadium, but just to be named Pitcher of the Year, it's a blessing. It's like everything you dream of, to be named the best pitcher in the award for that year, and just kind of hope it's not the last one I win throughout my career, so on to the next one.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines. It's pretty cool. I get to see a lot of these guys in and out of the clubhouses throughout the end of the year. And ultimately, everyone has kind of the same goal. It's like, how can I get to Los Angeles and play for as long as possible? And I guess this is kind of one big step along the way. And yeah, I'm super excited and blessed to be here.
Tom, there's so much excitement about your bat when you got drafted. What have been the key things to help that translate into the game and be kind of as productive as you've been these last couple of years?
Yeah, I think it's more just like being open to whatever they need, whatever they ask, honestly. I know the whole positioning has been kind of a question as far as like the first 2 years. It's I'll catch half the games, I'll DH some, and then they'll throw me out to left field here recently. So it's like there's a question mark there, of course, but like you had mentioned, I think just staying as consistent as possible with the bat just gives myself the best opportunity to do what I want to do at the end of the day.
How did the left field kind of experiment go, and how much of that is kind of part of your future plan?
It's been good. I haven't really had too many true hiccups out there. I feel pretty comfortable. It was an adjustment for sure, not being engaged every pitch. A lot different than catching, but like I said, if whatever their plan is, I mean, they have an idea behind throwing me out there, so whatever I have to do, I'll take care of it.
And then Jackson, like when you came over here last offseason, what were the biggest adjustments, kind of switching orders, and what have been the things, with this team that have helped you click this year?
I just feel like coaching is a big thing. Everywhere you go, like you wouldn't expect coaching to be too different in the minor leagues or big leagues with the teams, but it is a big difference. Whenever I first got traded over to the Dodgers, like just kind of critiquing, fine-tuning little things in my mechanics, even though I was younger, which the Cubs didn't want to mess with since I was young. But now that we got to fine-tune some of those things, it really just kind of let me take off throughout the year.
How much has your arsenal changed from even like last year or the last couple of years?
So last year with the Cubs, they taught me a big slider, so like a sweeping slider, and then this year in spring training, the Dodgers kind of banged that and then just went to like this kind of harder bullet slider, which easier to control, easier to throw to righties and lefties, whereas a sweeping slider was more for predominantly lefties only.
Jackson, what do you recall about the last game of Great Lakes, and then also the last dozen or so games, things just really clicked for you? What kind of turned the corner for you last dozen?
I feel like compared to last year, like just getting a bigger pitch count this year, so I was able to, like towards the end of the year, I had 100 pitches, and just kind of letting me go out there and like just kind of letting every game feel like an actual baseball game instead of like, hey, you got 3 innings, like you're a starter going 3 innings. It doesn't really feel like you're too much of a starter if you're only doing that. And this year, just letting me go out there and do exactly what I do for 100 pitches just kind of gave me the ability to relax and breathe and just don't let one inning dictate your whole game.
And that Great Lakes game, that 8 innings, remember about that?
So I remember coming off in the 7th inning and some players like kind of like not talking to me, which was kind of different because normally I'm a big like talking in the dugout. So when they like stopped talking to me, I kind of like looked around, noticed I had a no-hitter, went out for the 8th, kept like 3 up, 3 down in the 8th, and then came back off, and the head coach, Jair, and the pitching coach, DA, didn't really say that I was done, so I was kind of fully expecting to go out for the 9th, and then halfway through the inning, DA came out and said that he got a call saying I wasn't allowed to go out for the 9th, so it kind of sucked.
Had you ever thrown a no-hitter in high school?
Yeah, I have, but I mean, 7 innings, 6, 7 innings, just with like run rules and stuff, so like it's a little different. Being able to go like a 9-inning no-hitter would definitely have been a lot cooler.
Dalton, with the production that you've had at AAA, like has it felt at times like you've kind of gotten closer to potentially getting a call up, and how close do you feel to kind of being like big league ready?
Yeah, for sure. I had that feeling there for a little bit, but I mean, it's one of those things like you just kind of accept. You're gonna get the call when the time's right. You're gonna go up there when they need you most, and they're gonna expect you to perform when they do make that call. So you don't ever want to like push it or expect something that you're obviously out of control of. So my biggest thing recently is just like show that I'm ready. show that I'm ready every opportunity that's put in front of me, and when that day comes, show up here ready as well.
Thanks, guys. Congrats.